Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing a bit more Magic the Gathering Arena. So, today, before we get started, I just want to inform you, in case you haven't seen the last couple videos, I've started putting timestamps for when I'm done looking over the deck and when I actually start playing the game, as well as for each battle. So if you're like, I don't want to have to see him go over his deck, and you can skip to that. Or if you're like, I've already seen match 1, I want to see match 2 and 3. You can do that. It's all up to you. But I would recommend watching the deck because it's always more fun when you know it's in the deck, at least in my opinion. So, let's jump into this bad boy. So, first things first, the entire point of the deck is to draw cards, and you get stuff whenever you draw cards with that. So, let's quickly go over that stuff. So, Jarrell is a 1 and a green whenever you draw your second card each turn. Create a 2/2 green cat creature token. That just means basically every single turn you get a 2/2 cat token. That's just so much value, and it can really mess with your opponent's strategy. And you don't really use it that much, but for 6 mana until end of turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand. That's just quite powerful. It's the last resort, though. I don't think I've ever actually used it. But it is good because it can threaten your opponents, right? Because they're like, oh, what if he's holding that up? And it's also just powerful because if you've got like 5 cats out and then you use that, even if you've only got like 4 cards in your hand, if you've got 5 cats out, your power immediately goes up to 20 power on the board. And then Lore Skill Codal, whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Lore Skill Codal. That's just, he's amazing because he essentially gets a +1/+1 every single turn and more. So let's quickly go over it. We've got Opt, as I've said before, best card in the game. Scry 1, draw 1, really powerful. Put it in essentially every single blue deck I have. Now, Frantic Inventory, draw cards and draw cards equal to the number of cards in Frantic Inventory in your graveyard. That's quite simple. It does what it says. It's very powerful because you can draw 1 card generally, that's usually what you get, but if you draw 2 or 3, it really stacks up quickly because you can draw 3 cards for 2, very powerful. Ominous Sea for 1 and a blue, whenever you draw a card, put a 4 shadow counter on Ominous Seas, remove 8 4 shadow counters on Ominous Seas, create an 8/8 blue Kraken token. Notice how it doesn't say sacrifice. So I've gotten like, sometimes if you're going for if you're in a long game, you can get like 2 or 3 Krakens off this, and it's just so powerful because you get a token every single time you draw a card, which means at the beginning of every turn you get a turn. Usually in the middle you get 2 or 3, and so you can usually get a Kraken in like 2 or 3 turns, which is so powerful. And even if you're not using it, it's just a threat that you can hold against your enemy, and it's got cycling for 2, which means you can discard it and then draw a card, which if you already have an Ominous Seas, puts a counter on Ominous Seas, and if you don't, it can help you draw into something like Jarrell or Lore Skill Codal. Now, we've got Sets, I'm just going to keep on calling it Cestian Training. I just read that and realized that that's not what it's called, but that's what I've always called it. So it's 1 and a green, enchant creature you control. When Cestian Training enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchant creature gets +1/+0 and has trample. Very powerful for something like Lore Skill Codal or the Krakens or even the cats. Can be very good because it makes life a lot easier. Plus, you draw a card, so that's a bonus. Tangled Florahedron, that can either be a mana dork or it can be a land, depending on what you need. Very situational. I only have one of it because none of the cards here are super high cost, but it's good to have at least a little bit of ramp in it. So we've got Cloudkin Seer for 2 and a blue. It's a 2/1 with flying. When Cloudkin Seer enters the battlefield, draw a card. Very good because this deck can be kind of weak to flying. So, it gets you protection and you get a draw card. And if there's nothing in the air, you can hit them there. Rousing Reed for 2 and a blue. Enchant creature. When Rousing Reed enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Discard a card can be annoying, but it draws 2 cards, which is amazing. And enchant creature gets +1/+1 and is flying. So if you've just got a regular Lore Skill Codal and you play Rousing Reed, then this on Lore Skill Codal, you immediately get a 5/5 flyer. And if this is this, and so that's incredible. And next turn he's a 6/6 flyer. Turn after that he's a 7/7 flyer. And if you have any other cards that says draw, that says you know, whenever you draw a card, like draw a card or do this or that, you can just, it just becomes so powerful. I recommend Rousing Reed is one of the best cards in this deck. Well, aside from the ones that obviously like Jor-El and Lordskull. Oh, and I completely forgot to tell you guys about Nadir Kraken. So he's for 3, 1, and 2 blues. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Nadir Kraken. Create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. You can win games with the tentacle. It doesn't always happen, but it does sometimes, and it also really helps because with Jor-El's ability, it's very powerful. And also, they can just work as meat shields until you've built up an army of, like a Nadir Kraken army, or a Lordskull or a cat army, or you can just hit them with tentacles until they die. Tolarian Kraken, I only have one. I did put it in there because it's a pretty good one. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, you may tap or untap target creature. I don't use it that often, but sometimes you'll get it out like late in the game, and it can be quite helpful because, you know, you get rid of it, you pay 1 life, and then, you know, you can untap your Lordskull, or you can tap all their creatures, and then swing in, and then they won't have any meat shields to block you. So, now that we've gone over that, see you in the next match, peeps. Alright, so we're going to be playing Maul. I do like this hand. I'm not a big fan that doesn't have Lordskull, but it does have Joyra, Muan Vulu Recluse, which is always so good just because, well, it's one of the big cards in the deck that does a lot. And so, even though I don't have Lordskull or really much else, I think we're going to take it just because hopefully we can draw into that or Nadir Kraken, and next turn we're going to get a cat creature. So the good thing about Jor-El is she can also kind of, you know, sorry, lost my train of thought. She can also stall until you get something like a Lordskull or a Nadir Kraken, or something that you need to make a payoff work, because the cats can be really annoying to deal with, and so it kind of stops their ability to do anything. Seems like they're going to be playing an artifact deck. That could be dangerous. So I have an artifact deck as well, and it's quite powerful. But it looks like she's all tapped out. So I think we should be able to swing in with Cats and Jor-El. I don't think she can do anything. So yeah, she's going to block the Ornithopter with the Jor-El. We still got to deal 2 damage to her, and we got out a cat and a Cloud Concealer, so next turn we should be able to deal some damage. We also drew a Nadir Kraken, which is good. Forsaken Monument. That's scary. I don't like it at all. Ugh. But we can play Nadir Kraken, then play Frantic Inventory. I think from now on, since Ornithopter is so powerful, I think we're just going to have to wait and just only swing with ones that we can really afford to lose. Like, you know, I think we're going to have to keep Cloud Concealer back because it can protect us from Ornithopter. So I think we're going to have to attack with the 2 cats. Yeah, so we're going to get 2. It doesn't kill the Ornithopter, but it is going to get some stuff, get our stuff through. So I think next turn we're going to do Lordskull. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do, next turn we're doing Lordskull, then I think we're going to have to do Lordskull, then Rousing Reed. It does annoy me because I can't use Nadir Kraken's ability.
I have faced worse. Some solutions must be built.
Alright. Alright. don't like this. This is scary. Okay, or just because I need something to block with those shambling suits. Let's play this and send out our lower skill total and do. We're gonna have to do Sestine training on more skill Kotal. Alright. Although I do want to attack, I think we're just gonna have to wait. Yeah, because we don't have enough creatures to attack, and I feel they're just gonna kill us. So I think we're just gonna have to hold up some creatures to defend us from that Ornithopter, the Construct, and the Shambling Suit. I don't like it, but right now it's too dangerous to deal with anything. So I think what we're just gonna have to do, yeah, they don't have Trample, so, yeah, they don't seem to have Trample. So as long as we can chump block that, then I think we can boost Lower Skill Kotal, give him Flying, give him Trample. Hopefully he can trample over the Ornithopter and deal a crap ton of damage to Maul. Because otherwise we don't really stand a chance, because they're outpowering us here, because I think they just drew like a great hand. Their deck. Yeah, so they can attack with 3 creatures, so we could definitely chump block that. I think we can get off, yeah, we have enough to get off 2 Rousing Reeds, and that will bring Lower Skill Kotal up pretty powerful. Don't like that. Alright. Second. Yeah, neither of them have Trample. Can you give them Trample? I don't think so. If you can, we're screwed. That's scary. Yeah, it doesn't seem to. Okay. So I think as long as we can chump block, give me a second. We've got 6. Since we can play 1, yeah. We should be able to pay for that. Alright. So, let's play an Island. Then we'll play Rousing Reed on Lower Skill Kotal. Weirdly enough, I think we're gonna have to get rid of the Lower Skill Kotal. It's just too powerful. Alright. Decline. It does hurt me that I can't use the Deer Kraken, but alright. Then we'll play 1 more Rousing Reed on Lower Skill Kotal. So it seems like we have enough to chump block. This is scary as all hell, because if we don't have enough to chump block, or we have something that can give them trample, we're kind of screwed. But it doesn't seem like they can do that. And next turn we can do... Yeah. That's scary. Don't like that. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to concede. Because I don't know what that guy's hand was, but I'm pretty sure he just... Either he's got a leprechaun in his basement, or the RNG gods own like 1,500 favors, because he drew like the perfect hand for that, and then just kept on drawing the perfect card that he needed. I don't know what that guy's luck was. Like, if we faced anybody else, that would have been great. Okay. This is actually pretty good. This is a good hand. As long as we're not facing somebody else with an insanely OP artifact deck, as well as the luck of the gods, we should be good, because this is... Because usually what happens is you get out something like Ominous Seed. Like, I think we're going to do Ominous Seeds and Lore Scale Codal. Sometimes they'll have an answer for Lore Scale Codal, and it's good that we have two, right? Because you think, like, why would you want two? First things first, you're silly. You can put two of them down at the same time. But also, Lore Scale Codal is very good because How second Lore Scale Codal is good because it makes it so that if they have something that can deal with it, right, like a kill spell or a bounce spell, we have another Lore Scale Codal, or even if they can counter it, which makes it a lot better because the odds of them having two kill spells are a lot lower, and it also makes it seem like generally, like I've played against people who've decided not to play against Lore Scale Codal because they just think it's not worth it, even though it totally is to... I'm giving you guys advice, if you ever play against this deck, kill the Lore Scale Codals as quick as possible and take out the Ominous Seas as quick as possible, because they're the thing. Because you think like Ominous Seas is going to take forever, but we're already at 2 4 shadow counters on this thing, and I haven't even started drawing cards yet. So you can see how quickly this could escalate. Alright, like, see what I mean? Look at how quickly this got up. I've got a 7/5 flyer, a 5/5, and my Ominous Seas has 5 counters on it. Oh, yes! He conceded. I don't know why, but today my luck has just been freaking springing all around the place. It'll be like, oh, you play against somebody who has the luck of the gods. Boom! You win a game. Boom, you win a game. Boom, you play against somebody who has insane luck. Boom, you just drew the perfect hand and win on turn 3. It's very, very strange. I don't know what's happening, but I'm not complaining because I've been steadily rising through the ranks. We're going to be playing against Tommy K Music. I don't know if that's a YouTube channel. If so, sup Tommy K Music, come at me. If not, I'm sorry, Tommy K Music. Still come at me. Alright. That's... I think we're gonna have to get rid of the frantic inventory. Because I think if we can get the opt off, then we should be good. If we can get the opt off... want that. Yeah, alright. So I think next turn we get off Ominous Seeds, and the turn after that, unless we draw something like a Lore Scale Codal, we get off the second Ominous Seeds, just because Ominous Seeds is so good. And also usually just because people forget. Sometimes, one of two things always happens with Ominous Seeds. Either your opponent gets way too scared. Oh, oh no! Oh no! That is terrifying! I didn't even know that card existed! Oh. Damn it. Oh my god. We might still be able to win this, but I don't know how. We'd have to get we'd have to get pretty lucky to do that. Just because that's the same as a mill deck saying whenever you mill a card, your opponent loses 2 life. Don't like that. Doesn't seem like he's playing anything else. But still. playing against my own deck. This guy stole my deck and then freaking... That's so annoying. Damn it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to win this. We might, because it looks like he's low in creatures. And even though this idiot is copying my deck, it does seem like he forgot to put in all the kill spells, which is kind of what wins you the game. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything about this, just because I don't know why this deck, like any other deck, this deck is so trash, just because it takes, like, I don't know if you guys seen my other video, but I made basically this exact deck, right? And so, but it's supposed to be filled with kill spells, but he just decided not to do that, and like any other deck would have won against this. It's just this very one specific deck is the one very specific deck that he can win against. Because it's just, I have to draw cards to win the game, and he just automatically got out a card that what did I tell you? My luck's flip-flop, and I'm going like, God tier, my opponent's getting God tier luck, flip-flop, I get God tier, I get pretty good luck, and then my opponent gets the perfect card to kill me. Well, I don't know. It's still a fun deck. It's quite powerful. I don't know what is going on today. If people are just, like, incredibly lucky. Because, like, I've never gotten that bad. Usually you only win, like, very, very rarely with that deck. And for some reason I won, like, 2 out of 3 matches. Which is strange. But, hopefully, you know, if you play with this deck, you have better luck. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you enjoyed this content, also subscribe. If you want to share deck ideas, if you want to give me deck ideas on how to improve my deck, or if you just want to tell other people in the comment section how to improve their decks, you know, put a comment down there. Peace. Have a good time.